Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah said, deeds without sincerity are like a traveler who carries a water jug full of dirt. Carrying that jug burdens him and doesn't bring him no benefit. What a statement. What an amazing statement. Deeds without sincerity are like a traveler who carries a water jug full of nothing but dirt. Carrying it burdens him and brings no benefit. What does dirt, sand, do to someone who has nothing but sand in a desert? Dawood ibn Abi Hind fasted for 40 years. His own wife didn't know about it. He was a wool maker. And his wife would prepare some food for him and send him off when he leaves to work. He would give it to a poor man in the market and return at night after Maghrib to break his fast with his wife. The people in the market think that he ate with his wife. And the wife thinks that he ate from that which she prepared for him, which he gave for a poor man. Sincerity. Sincerity. That's what it was about. He prayed qiyam for 20 years. His wife didn't know about it. Ikhlas. Ayyub al-Sikhtiyani used to pray the entire night. And then a few moments before Fajr, he would raise his voice in recitation in Quran. So people would think he got up just a few moments before Fajr, when he in reality never even got sleep all night long. Hassan ibn Abi Sinan, his wife said, my husband used to trick me like we parents trick their kids. He used to trick me to sleep. And when I sleep, he get up and pray. One time she called him, she said, Abu Abdullah, with his kunya, why do you punish yourself like this? Easy on yourself. He said, woe to you, woman. You want me to sleep? I'll sleep. And I'm going to sleep and get my rest on a day when I'll never wake up from my sleep. Zayn al-Abidin, the great-grandson of Ali ibn Abi Talib, Zayn al-Abidin ibn Ali radiyallahu anhu, he used to feed poor people in Medina for 10 years. Nobody knew who was bringing them food. Every day in the morning they'd find food in front of their houses. When Zayn al-Abidin died, they figured out it was him because no longer did they get any food. And more so when they washed him and shrouded him, they found marks on his back from carrying the bags to the poor people. Al-A'mash said, I visited Ibrahim al-Nakha'i and he began to read Quran and he constantly read Quran. Whenever he had guests, he'd quickly put the Quran and hide it away, and he would tell me, confide in me, I don't want people to see that I'm reading Quran. What a difference. What a difference between them and those who never sweat for the sake of Allah yet bolster about it. Those who bolster about a simple little khutbah they gave, or a couple orphans they sponsored, or maybe a 5-minute talk, or just going for the Taraweeh 2-3 nights out of Ramadan. It's usually those with such deeds that they boast about that have no effectiveness or no sincerity. And it's those with secret deeds that have the effective, sincere deeds. Ibn al-Jawzi, rahimahullah, said Abdullah ibn al-Mubarak, who died 181 years after the Hijrah, he was a sincere master who feared losing sincerity of his deeds if people knew about his deeds or if they praised him. Na'im ibn Hammad said, when Ibn al-Mubarak read a hadith, he would cry like a camel or a cow when they're being sacrificed. The noise they make when they're being sacrificed. Sufyan al-Thawri said, I wished for 1 year of my life I could do the deeds that Ibn al-Mubarak, rahimahullah, did. He said, I couldn't even do 3 days worth of what Ibn al-Mubarak does. Ibn al-Mubarak, a worshipper. Abdullah ibn Mubarak, an imam in knowledge, a man who put his knowledge into action. Beneficial knowledge, a mujahid. He went with the Muslim army one time to fend off the Romans. And when the armies clashed or posted up to begin the war, as was the trend back then, a man from each side would start off the fight. So a man from the Romans got up, he said, who wants to sword fence with me? Which is the one-on-one fighting with the sword. One Muslim stood up to him, fought him for a while. He was wounded and the Roman Ilj killed him. A second man, Muslim, went up to him. Same thing happened. Third man, got killed. Same thing. The fourth man fought him for some time and killed him. The people crowded around the heroic man to see who he was. Abd ibn Sulaiman said, I was among those who crowded around this hero to see who he was. he turned out to be someone who was masked. He covered his face. He didn't want nobody to know who he was. And he walked away from the crowd as if nothing happened. Abda said, I grabbed his mask, covering, and I took it off. And it was no other than Abdullah ibn Mubarak. Abdullah ibn Mubarak said, Abu Umar, the name of the kunya of the man who pulled the mask off, Abda, he said, you are among those who expose us? You are among those who expose. He considered exposing him. Commenting on this story, Ibn al-Jawzi said he's a sincere master who feared it would affect his sincerity if anyone ever seen or praised any of his deeds. Ahmad ibn Hanbal said, Allah did not raise Abdullah ibn al-Mubarak to the elevated status that he reached except by secrets he had between him and Allah. Establish those secrets this month, these days. Ibn al-Jawzi mentioned that Al-Hasan al-Basri and Ibn al-Mubarak, they lived in the same time for a period, and they took a walk one day. When they got to a fountain to drink, it was crowded. Had people known who they were and recognized them, they would have opened the way for them. But no one knew who these men were. Abdullah ibn Mubarak reached the fountain, broke through the crowd, reached the fountain, drank, and left. And then he looked at Al-Hasan al-Basri. Al-Hasan al-Basri, he looked at me and said, this is the right way to live.